Hi Paley, I'm curious about your favorite aspect of linguistics. As someone interested in the field, I'm always fascinated by the various branches and topics within it. Is there any particular area or concept in linguistics that you find most interesting?
Hey Abby, that's a great question. Linguistics is such a diverse field, but if I had to choose, I would say my favorite aspect is pragmatics. The more I dive into pragmatics, the more I'm fascinated by how context shapes communication. Take indirect requests. For example, if I say, I'm really thirsty in a certain context, it might be a subtle way of asking for a glass of water. It's amazing how much of our communication is implied rather than explicit.
Oh, absolutely. Pragmatics basically focus on the way language is used in real-life situations and how meaning is conveyed beyond the literal interpretations of words. It explores the nuances of context, speaker intentions, and the impacts of cultural and social factors on communication. It's like deciphering the hidden layer of meanings in everyday conversations. But personally, I'm more captivated by phonetics and how it shapes our understanding of language. Consider how the tone of voice can completely alter the meaning of a sentence. Say, I didn't say she stole my money, with emphasis on different words each time, and it conveys a different message every time. Phonetics is about these subtleties in sound.
Absolutely, AB, but there's so much overlap between our fields. Like in pragmatics, the way we phrase something can suggest sarcasm, politeness, or urgency without changing the actual words. It's the context and delivery that matter.
Exactly, and that's where phonetics plays a huge role. The pitch, the stress, and intonations. They all contribute to how we interpret the speaker's intent. It's not just what we say, but how we say it. Like how a simple okay can express agreement, skepticism, or even disapproval based on the tone.
And think about how pragmatics extends to different language structures. For instance, in some languages, it's common to use questions to make polite requests. Like saying, could you possibly open the window, instead of open the window. It's a softer, more indirect way of communicating.
Phonetics also reveals fascinating aspects of language evolutions. The way sounds change over time in a language can tell us so much about historical context and migrations, like how the direct vowel shift changed the entire vowel system in English.
That's incredible. And in pragmatics, understanding historical and cultural context is crucial. It explains why certain phrases are polite in one era or culture and not in another. It's like being a detective uncovering the secrets of social interaction.
And as a phonetic enthusiast, I feel like a sound scientist, analyzing the acoustic properties of speech. It's intriguing to observe how different environments and physical settings can influence speech sounds, like how people might speak louder or with a different pitch in a noisy room.
Pragmatics has definitely made me more observant in social settings. I notice subtleties in conversation, pauses, hesitations, and choice of words, and understand they all carry meaning. It's like unlocking a hidden layer of communication.
Likewise, with phonetics, I've become more sensitive to the nuances of speech, the melody in someone's voice, the rhythms or of their speech. It's like each person has their own unique linguistic fingerprints.
And isn't it amazing how all these elements, sound, context, meaning, blend seamlessly in everyday language use? It makes you appreciate the complexity and beauty of human communication.
Absolutely, Paley. Every conversation is a rich tapestry of sounds and meanings, an endless source of fascinations and discovery for linguists.
Indeed, Abby, it's wonderful to have conversations like this where we can explore our shared passion for linguistics, the way different aspects of language intertwine and contribute to our understanding of communication is truly remarkable. I'm grateful for the opportunity to delve into these topics with you.
Likewise, Paley, it's refreshing to connect with someone who appreciates the intricacy of phonetics and pragmatics. I feel inspired to continue exploring these areas and uncovering more insights. If you ever come across any interesting studies or findings in either field, I would love to hear about them.
Absolutely, Abby. The world of linguistics is constantly evolving, and there's always something new to discover. Let's definitely stay in touch and continue our linguistic adventures together. Thank you for this engaging conversation.